Yo, 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 good morning, everybody. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, today the plan is to finalize the blurring. It's an acceptable state. We're just gonna clean it up, pack it up. Then we're also gonna uh, clean up and pack up the new outline solution. I will get to the different things when we get to them, basically. So let's see here what we have. So we have blurring, both outlines and color, and we don't have any bleeding, and we have also blurring based on how close or far away it is from the camera. I'm just gonna make it a tiny bit more dynamic before we start the cleanup phase. Let's see here. So yeah, I think it looks really good right now. When I say I want to make it more dynamic, right now we blur everything the same, or let's see here. If we do 1, 2, here we have a more gradual blurring. So not blurred at all here, blurred more down here. But when we move between downsamplings of the texture we use as a base for blurring, we get at a minimum that one here. So if the maximum blur is at a level where we change the MIP map level, then everything gets blurred the same, basically, and that's what I want to fix. So when we decide these, we actually want to do it based on water depth. Let's see here, UV center, kernel step, kernel size, texel size, pixel depth, pixel scene depth, pixel outline depth. And I think we want to do it like this. Let's see. Yeah, how do we want to do this? We basically want to... one sec. Yeah, we want to move it so that we make a difference here. And let's see here, outline water depth, scene water depth. Yeah, we want to calculate these two as well. So I'm going to put this one here and this one here. Okay, so right about here, this is where we want to calculate the texel UV center, kernel step, kernel size, and texel size. So we put this one here. And then we do this kernel size. The problem being that we want kernel step, kernel size, texel size. I think we want one of these per, so we want them one for outlines and one for color. UV center though, this one we can move up here. Kernel step, we want to rename this one as well. Kernel size, let's see here. Scene, kernel level, and scene kernel size, scene texel size. And here we do outline, kernel level, outline kernel size, and outline texel size. And I think it's these we want to use, but yeah, we probably want this one up here and this one up here, because then we want to do water blur, water depth bounds. Yeah, because what we want to do here is we want to do scene kernel value, and we want to lerp between water blur kernel size bounds X, Y, and T scene water depth. And then we want to do scene kernel value something like this. Right now, both the outlines and the other one uses this one. So I'm sure we're gonna see some problems here, but it should be okay. Yeah, we're now seeing some bleeding here again, but that's okay, I would say. Okay, this looks really good. Very good, but we can clean it up just a bit more. And I just have to make sure, let's see here, water blur kernel size bounce. We're gonna do... let's keep it like that. I just need to be careful not to put this at a too high level. Yeah, so what we want to do is scene kernel size. We're gonna do... kernel size is equal to max of scene. One sec here. Scene kernel size and outline kernel size, I think. Yo, what's up, Lova? Good morning. Hope you're having a good start of the day. Thank you. It's getting better and better. Hope you're having a good morning. I wonder if it's this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this we want to do. And then we use kernel size here. Distance weight is going to be scene kernel size. I saw you made some great progress at the end of the stream yesterday. Yeah, finally. Hopefully we can just get the last thing correct today and we can leave this blur business behind. Okay, so what I want to do here, we want to check if abs of x is less than or equal to scene kernel size and abs y is less than or equal to scene kernel size. And I think we want a similar check here, but outline kernel size here. fact, not too sure about this one. Let's see. I think this is what we want to do. Okay, we're getting some mismatch here, which definitely not too sure about this one. We don't want to do outline kernel size here, we want to do outline kernel level. That's one thing that's wrong at least. Fuck, we need to UV. We need to have two different UVs as well, that's true. UV scene. Wonder if this is starting to get too unoptimized here. Like we're possibly making a little bit too many calculations for what we actually get. UV scene, UV outline. I don't think this one, it doesn't explain what the hell we're seeing here though, but Yeah, scene kernel level here. We want to do outline kernel level, and wonder why we're seeing this. Yeah, it's probably this one. How did I manage to screw this up so badly? And this also, what the hell is going on here? Is it such a big difference between the depth? What if we do... What if we do... What I'm looking for this one, I think. Yeah, then we get a little bit of a... It's not as apparent, but it's still apparent as hell. And that's because it's not as deep here as here, so we get this problem. Yo, what's up, Derek? Sorry I'm late. It's no problem at all. Busy at work tonight. Hopefully everything went well. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to make... It's gonna be hard to make... How visible is it from a distance? It's not that visible, but still. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so what happens here is that we have... It's a little bit more shallow here than here. So... when we move one mipmap level, the difference becomes really apparent. No idea how to solve that. What the fuck? Yo, what's up, Geralt? Good morning, good morning. Fuck, is there... I don't know how one would go get around this. I guess one could blur. I know I can probably get up with like a hacky way around it, maybe, but it's not gonna be pretty. We still have this thought we had gotten around this one, but maybe not. Okay, the difference, it's quite visible there. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the difference becomes real apparent when we go at 6+, I think. We get like a line, but still. Nah, it's probably not too bad, honestly. But the bleeding, on the other hand, is, so I want to fix that real quick. And that we get this mismatch between outlines and this one right here is rough as hell, unfortunately. I wonder if someone could do anything about this. Base weight. That's definitely too rough. if we skip, we tried this, but if we skip, oh. I don't know if this will, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that explains the outlines at least, that's good. So the outlines, we have a problem with outline kernel level, kernel size. Yes, of course. We want to switch this one to outline kernel value and outline kernel value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Okay, I think this looks pretty good, but yeah, we're getting some bleeding still, but then when we go up to 9, yeah, we get this artifact because we're moving between oh, one sec. Yeah, like the level between mipmap level, like the step or the difference between mipmap levels becomes too big, so you can actually see the cut. I don't know how visible it is on stream, but you can definitely see it here. And one could, by minimizing the step between, we get something like this. But then you see it's way more pixelated. And we get more bleeding as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we definitely need to do smaller steps between them. If we do that, then it's okay, I think. Okay, I think this is definitely good enough. If we could just this artifacts we're gonna have to count on basically. I think one here is definitely, I think we definitely need one here, but or actually that's not true. Let's see here. Scene kernel level times scene kernel. We always just want to add one here if this one is, so we can do scene kernel level is bigger than 0. So I guess we can just do this. So if the kernel level is bigger than 0, we add 1 here, and that's just to, like, if you just downsample, if you try to blur a scene by just downsampling the texture, it's gonna look real ugly. So we need at least one blur session. But yeah, and then we want to make sure that we don't blur at all if we have here. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five. Ah, beautiful. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have a little bit here, but it's not too bad, honestly. Okay, so we've just minimized that issue. We haven't fixed it. Definitely not. Okay, so the last thing now, when we have a more dynamic depth difference like we have, is that one is rough as well. Ooh. The color bleeding is definitely the worst one. We need to fix that real quick. Let's see. Return color. Yeah. We get the color bleed when we go down one resolution, when we blur by MIP mapping or by MIP maps, and that's because the MIP maps themselves has this kind of bleed. Also one of those extremely hard problems to solve, I would say. I think it's extremely visible if we do... One sec. So like when you jump a mipmap level, so here we just blur, here we just blur, but now we're getting on to 1 downsampling. That's when we get the first bleed. It's not that much, but then we blur this one, and then we blur this one, so it's not visible at all actually. But then we get to the next level, and now we have even more bleed. But then we blur it, and then we blur it, and it's not even visible anymore. But then we get to the next one. Blur, blur, next one. Blur, next one. Blur, blur, next one. It's and we have the same problem with outlines, I think. I don't really know. Okay, that's definitely way rougher. What the fuck? Fuck, is it that bad? And actually we have it already from the start, so not only when we do. Okay, that's good to know. Outline kernel size, outline depth is bigger than pixel depth. Give me 1 sec, be right back. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure bleeding is always going to be a factor when you work with MIP maps and blurring, unless you structure MIP maps in a specific way. We can definitely make it less than this, definitely. But how? Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, it's something wrong with the packing of the outlines. Did we get a better result if we didn't pack it as linear? Outlines for texture. Let's try. So here we pack outlines bigger than... Oh! Yeah, then we don't get... Yeah, that's true. And if we do 1... I want to try some different values here. Okay, so here we pack it like we did previously. Here we just pack this one. And here we pack pixel depth max. Okay. And then let's see. dot r, no, dot g. Here we do dot g, dot g, dot g, dot g. So what if we just 3, let's replace those with dot, so we read the b value instead. So now we're reading this value instead of this one, so we don't do outline bigger than 0 here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so when we go down one mipmap level, we get a little bit of a bleeding. Yes, to be expected. And what if dot b, oh, fuck. Okay, so that's dot b. RGBA. Oh yeah. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's rough as fuck. Six. It's not too bad when we do the blend, I gotta tell you. Yeah, maybe this is yeah, maybe it's not too bad, honestly. $15, 16. Yeah, we have some artifacts, that's for sure. Definitely. Here we can see this one again. Rough as fuck. $10, $11. I'm just trying to figure out right now, is this acceptable? Is this acceptable? 3... I think it is, at least for now. Yeah, I would say it's pretty acceptable right now. Although I wonder, 12... Yeah, so when we have a 3 multiplier, that's when we have the worst result, I would say. But other than that, depth of field with limited data. I don't know if we could get it much better than this, honestly. And the performance is pretty good. Fuck it. Yeah. Although I wonder, one last thing. Return outline. Pixel depth max. Oh, otherwise 0. Maybe this one is the best. Outline bigger than 0. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Yeah. Yeah, this is probably as good as it's gonna get. Yes. Okay, we have one last thing to do here. I'm gonna remove this one, this one, and this one, and then we're gonna do dot A. So here I'm just gonna change this one to rg.g. So this one, and this one, but not this one. Okay. And then we pack this here. Let's put it on one line. Yeah, we're gonna call it there. That's good enough. But we have one last thing here. We properly need to blend this shit with colors. So we have a color here, we have an outline here. happens if we bring this one up. So this is water color close to the surface, and we can see here that it colors the outline maybe a bit too much, because if we add this one later on, we get this, the outline pretty much disappears here, or we get this and I wonder, the blurring artifacts are pretty much, when we have water here as well, it's extremely hard to see. So in fact this looks pretty good. But yeah, I want to fix this colorization here. We get a little bit of a brighter outer outline here. That's not good. And we actually get it when we have zero blur as well. So this is not a blur problem. This is a colorization problem with the front color here, I would say. This one right here. And here we have a pretty good fog solution as well, honestly. Yeah. But this colorization here, so how do we want to color a pixel? So we want to check if we have an outline. Okay, if we don't have an outline, it's straightforward. Then we just color it based on depth. Right, but if we have an outline, let's see here. If we have an outline and the depth of that outline is less than, or if it's yeah, if it's smaller than the water depth at that pixel, then we want to colorize behind the pixel. One sec. I think we can colorize this one first of all. With the water, and then we do the outline. Reconstruct outline color. Well, what is this? Base color outline? Yeah, base color. Base color outline. Yeah, so first of all, we want to do blend source. Yeah, I'm thinking we just want to do color is equal to blend source alpha 1 minute, and then we want to add base color on top of color here, and then we want to add the we want to do that, and then we want to do outline is equal to blend source alpha base outline base color, or base outline color outline. And then I wonder if we just want to do return outline color. Not really. Oh. Okay, first of all, let's see. Return color, see what happens here. Okay, this is correct. Yeah, then we want to add, let's see, color is correct. Return outline. No, reconstructed outline, for fuck's sake. base color outline. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we take this alpha. One sec. Base color outline. Yeah, I think we want to add util blend. Blend source alpha 1 minus source alpha. Do we want to do one with destination as well? But first of all here, I think we want to do reconstructed outline color. If pixel outline depth is less than I still find it incredibly very weird why we're not getting the fuck's happening here. blend source alpha 1 minus source alpha base color. We blend base color on top of color. And then we check if outline is bigger than 0. I'm wondering why we're not getting outlines there. That's weird. So it's like this one isn't... This one isn't taking into account... Or we skip these pixels when we do this if statement. Why? Or it could actually be this one as well, but it shouldn't. Pixel outline depth is... Oh yeah, of course. Let's hear. Pixel outline depth is less than scene water depth. So that's these. We save those. Yeah, it's not scene water depth we want. We want to see if it's... Oh yeah, of course. If it's less than pixel depth. There we go. Now we don't have those two. Okay, so then we know. Okay, so this reconstructs the outlines at the top here. Beautiful. And what we need to do now is, we already have the background color here. We need to reconstruct outlines that are on top of... Fuck, do we? Else, okay, so if this is true, okay, if we get to this one, we know that we have outlines and the outlines are below the water surface. So what we want to do first is, in fact, we want to do this as well, I think. Don't we? Yeah, we do. But we need to do something else also. Yo, what's up, Mercenary Mage? Hope you had a wonderful stream. And thank you for the raid, appreciate it. And the last thing we need to do now we just need to color the outlines based on depth, I think. Pretty sure. Let's do it like this and color it like this. Yeah, what bothers me here is that are we already coloring these outlines? It almost looks like it. Now we're coloring the backgrounds. Oh, that's true. Okay, so what I wonder if we want to do lastly is so we actually just want to do this here, skip this, and now we just want to apply the watercolor on top of the Okay, this might be one of the reasons that we're getting a sort of bad result. When we have outlines like this one here, when the object behind the outlines and the outlines have the same depth, then we might just want to colorize them once. Now we're pretty much going to colorize them twice, because what we want to do now is if outline depth, or if pixel outline depth is bigger than pixel depth, that means that we are underneath the water. Then we want to do color is equal to blend outline color base color outline color. Fuck, is that what we want to do really? Maybe. And that's when we get this shit. Okay. Which I'm pretty sure we want to avoid. Or. Nah, fuck no. I think this is... Are we okay with this? Nah, we're gonna see if we can make it a little bit better. A tiny bit better. Yeah, because what we can see here now is that these outlines are pretty much affected twice by some blue color. And that's because we add the same color twice. So when we do base color here, and then we do this one and this. So we do a blend twice with the same color pretty much. But that's only the case when they're located like this. So actually we're gonna do this. We're gonna save this one. So this, we want to put this within a if statement somewhere. Because if something is true, we're gonna do it here. Let's see. think we want to put it in if abs between outline depth something pixel, if pixel scene depth minus pixel outline depth, if this one is, if it's bigger than something, I don't know, maybe. No. What the fuck am I missing? Oh yeah. If outline is equal to 0 or fuck, that's it, I think. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is it. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. But this, I think we can have this as a magic string or whatever you want to call it. I think. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that's the blend we want to do. I'm pretty sure. Oh, thank you, Love. But I think I forgot to test the. We want to test this with blur as well. That might fuck some things up. Hopefully not, though. I mean, it's still a little bit rough here, honestly. But I think it's the best one yet. I wonder. I just want to try one thing. I wonder if we're double coloring these now. Maybe we are. One sec, isn't it something like this we want to do? Or less than Okay, if we take a look at the outer outline here, this one, it's this one we're getting colored by, right? Yeah, but it already is colored by it. Opa, 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 opa. So maybe we don't want to color that one twice this time. So it's this one. We color it the first time here. One sec, we're gonna solve this. I'm just gonna run AFK real quick again. Okay, sorry about that. This last, I want to colorize this in a little bit of a different way. We're colorizing it twice. That's the sole problem with it, or that's the base problem with it. But I wonder, like, if we don't color it twice, it's gonna look... I think it might look weird if we don't also. I just want to make sure, I want to try how it looks. Yeah, it's gonna look like this. Ish. Yeah, that's gonna look weird as hell. Ah, I think we want to do... Ooh. We want to do... And outline is bigger than something, 0.2 maybe. Ah, then we don't get this one. Yeah, I think we're okay. So we want to check and this one. Rather, like, if this one is true, Why can't I get this logic to work in my head? Let's see here. If the outline here isn't strong enough, we don't want to color it. If it's not strong enough, we don't want to color it with an additional layer. So yeah, definitely we want to check the outline value, but we also want to check the depth, just like we did. What the let's just call it check. If the depth between pixel scene depth and pixel outline depth, if it's bigger than some value, just like this, let's see, return check. We get the correct ones here. Okay, we do. And outline is bigger than 0.2. Then we get those. Is less than 0.2. There we go. Yes, correct check. Yeah, and not check, right? I'm pretty sure. Oops. Yeah, so this is previous. This is new one. I think this one is better, but this value needs to be yeah, this is way worse than this, right? But this is, but then again, if we do this and we do, okay, I think this one is way better than oh, one sec, was that actually the problem? Okay. So we don't have a problem if the alpha of this one is 1. We still have this, which I'm not a big fan of. But let's see. Here it's not the problem, but if we change the alpha of this one, I think this is a better. Yeah, this looks way better than this. Definitely. Okay. So let's blur this and see what we have. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I don't think. It's okay. It's okay. I think I know what's happening here. But is it something I care about? Purple, yes. Yep. The problem is the pixels here. I think we want to calculate blurred depth here, blurred depth here, and it's those depth values we want to utilize here. Yeah. So base color outline. I want to try it at least. Like, if we aren't able to fix this, I'm okay with it. But basically we want to do... not pixel bit, max, what is it called? Pixel scene depth and pixel outline depth. Float max pixel scene depth. Max pixel outline depth. Max pixel scene depth. If depth is bigger than, fuck, is it max we want to go? Yeah, max pixel scene depth. Fuck, this shader is becoming quite a monster already, and we haven't even started, it feels like. Oh well. If depth, outline depth, if outline depth is bigger than max pixel outline depth. Okay. One sec, we might not pixel scene depth. Oops, where do we use this one? We don't actually use it until here. How about pixel outline depth? We don't use it in here, so that's great. So what the fuck, we might just do if bigger than pixel scene depth. And is bigger than pixel outline depth. Might just do it like this. I was hoping the other way around, actually. I think. Yeah, I was. Oh yeah, we still use, oh, that's true, that's true, that's true. Yeah, we still want to do this, but when we calculate these, we do TC scene water depth, T outline. Still not what I want. Definitely not what I want. What the fuck? Oh, we're getting this result. T scene water depth. What are the bounds? Fuck, we just want to do all of this again, which doesn't feel that good. Nah. Yeah, doing max is definitely the wrong decision. I don't know what's going on here. We probably want to go with average. We can try that real quick. I don't know if it will result in something better. Pixel outline depth, but then we're gonna have to Okay, that compared to pretty much the same, right? Honestly, I have no idea which one is best. Yo, what's up, Hercules? Water Doodle indeed. Should do a rebrand. You're using 2 scripts for the water now. Not exactly sure what you mean. Oh, yeah. So this one. We did one implementation, found some stuff that looked like shit, and wanted to fix them up, and they would involve so many changes that I just duplicated the script and started on a new one, basically. But we're pretty close to this chapter, at least. I think the blurring is at an acceptable state now. Not if you look as closely as this, obviously, but far away it still looks pretty damn good, I would say. I wonder though, yeah, what the fuck, no complaints. Yeah, this is a good. This is good, this is good, this is good. And of course, if the front foreground watercolor has an alpha of 0, it looks more like fog. But let's do 150. This I'm not. Who knew making water is so complicated? In my life, I think I've been doing a total of 4 or 5 different water shaders. And it has always been extremely complicated. And each one of those also expanded my knowledge, you know? So I always tried to... Each water shader was like... I learned some new techniques with it. But yeah, it's incredibly difficult to get right. And look at this, like all we have right now, and this looks like this doesn't really look that good, right? But all we have right now is we have blurring and we have different colorization based on depth. That's all we have so far. But it has been a pain to get the blurring to look good with the outlines specifically. But I think I'm happy with this so far. And we're not gonna do... I think the better solution is without this one, is it? Nah, this looks better, I think. Does it? Fuck, do we have any tests? Do we have test variables? Yes, we do. Let's do if test flag C bigger than 0, then do this. Oh, dude, it looks so much better. Or does it? Here it seems like we get a more visible line. Yeah, I think this looks better. Fuck, I don't know. Hercules, I hope you can just reuse this water shader for your next water project. Yeah, I hope so as well. Hopefully, yes. Like this outline shader. I don't know how many projects has used it right now. Of course, mine is a little bit improved, but the one I have on my GitHub. And I've been using it on multiple projects as well. So yeah, hopefully we can do the same with this water shader. I don't know, what is best? What looks best? This or this or this? This. 100% this. I think. Yeah, the latter. I think I'm having such a hard time deciding between them, and the visibility is small, or the difference between them. So we're actually gonna have both in the shader, and we're gonna do a shader variant. So because the latter is gonna need more calculations, so it's probably gonna be tied to performance. So we just include it based on graphical settings. But yeah, we're gonna continue soon. I just need to run AFK real quick again, and unfortunately I'm just gonna be able to go for another 30 minutes today because I have a thing I need to do. But be right back real quick. Okay, back. Sorry about that. And diligence, humility. I don't know if I said hi, by the way, but hi. Okay, I think this is finally, fucking finally, at an acceptable visual state. And honestly, like, this has been a lot of work to get this blurring to work correctly. But we have fixed a lot of things while doing it. First of all, the performance. It's so much blur. Like, the kernel size would probably be the equal of, I think I said 20 times 20 yesterday, and that's probably what we're close to down here. But we're still pushing almost 200 FPS. And like, when it comes to this blurring effect, as I've said, I want to feature a lot of different types of water in my game. Shallow, deep, whatnot. And this blurring effect for the water specifically is probably just gonna be, we're just gonna utilize it on very, very big pools of water. And it's gonna be very, very subtle. So it's just one of those details that the work was probably not worth it, or like the majority of the players are probably not even gonna notice it. But we will see. We'll see. Derek, good work. Looks great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think this looks very good. Okay, before we move on, so we're not gonna move on to other water stuff today because I won't have the time. But now starts the cleanup phase. We want to clean this up, the code specifically. So we're gonna, first of all, we're gonna rename this one to procedural water terrain. Terrain procedural water. We're gonna make some shader variants here, remove some stuff we don't need. Remove some things we don't need. Make it look a little bit better code-wise. And then we're gonna do the same with the outlines, and when that is done, then we can move on to other water-related stuff. Hercules, is it just gonna be puddles or will there be oceans? If so, have you considered waves? initially this game will only feature the garden. The garden will be the only play area available. And in the garden, I won't let the player create an ocean. So we won't have ocean waves. But if it's a very big lake, you're definitely gonna get some waves out in the middle of it. And yes, I have considered it a little bit. And when it comes to waves, like when it comes to when we're not speaking about ocean waves, so when I say ocean waves, I mean the waves that pretty much fold into themselves and foam. So if we don't talk about those waves, but just the small waves you can see out on the water, like on a big lake or the ocean, I know that there exists so many good resources online how to create those, so I'm not scared of them, but we're gonna go there. Diligence Humility, you need ocean waves with refraction and real wave calculations. Yeah, fuck that. If we would be going for that, we would probably have to introduce some extremely complicated mesh deformations. But yeah, okay, let's take a look here. Final color, we're gonna leave this one, return check. We do the check here. Let's rename this check. Scene and outline depth similar. Test flag C. Yeah, let's see here. Scene depth sum. Oh, did I not rename it? Scene depth sum. Outline depth sum. Or actually, I want to rename it more. Pixel scene depth sum. Pixel outline depth sum. Yeah, we're gonna have fog later on as well, but we're gonna wait with it so we can put it let's do okay, shader variants. I always have a hard time remembering exactly how that's done. So let's do which one do I have? I think we have it in box, transparent blur box. Distortion vertex normals, shader variant. Nah, it's not that shader variant I want to go. We might have it in outline shader actually. Zoop. What the fuck? Which one do I have it in? Outlines old. No. Procedural grass light. Here we go. Shader feature, Pragma shader feature, low, medium, high, and whoa, don't I? Oh, we just. Don't we have it somewhere? Diligence, humility. How many files do your project have, and how big of a percentage of them are outline related? Good question. I don't know how many files we are in total, but that should be easy to check. Outline related should also be quite easy to check. Outline old, that's just an old shader we're gonna get rid of. Outlines. So these are the shaders related to it. This one is old, as I said, we don't use it anymore. And then we have some render features here. We have outline supply, data generation, texture generation, and then we have screen space outlines. So this one, and this one we're actually going to merge into one, and this one we're going to remove. But let's see here, grass fidelity. I thought we had optimization, subdivision bounds, keyword grass fit. There we go. Low, medium, high. Let's take this one, move to this one, and we're gonna add water blur. Let's add a header here. Performance related, maybe. Low, medium, high, and let's just rename this one water fidelity. Water fidelity low, medium, high, and then we're going to do so it's this one. If def water and if right, and then we do this. Then we have it here. And then we have it here. And finally we have it here. something like that. So if we go to high, then we get a difference here. Low, high. Beautiful. And this we can tie to graphical settings eventually. Diligent it's like 90% graphics. It's a lot of graphics related files, that's for sure. And as for the second statement, thank you very much. Yeah, I think it looks good so far. We're gonna get it's gonna get way better soon, I hope. Or it's gonna look even prettier in the future. That's the goal. Okay, but this is very nice. So low, high. And as to the rest of cleaning this one up, we're gonna leave it as it is for now. We don't use this anymore, but we might want to, I don't know about this, but like we're at, I wouldn't be surprised if this shader ends up at around 1K lines eventually. But okay, so procedural water shader 2. What I'm gonna do now is, I don't even remember what state this one is in. Fuck this one. So we do let's quit this one. And we do terrain procedural water. Let's delete this one. And let's rename this one. And we go up here. One sec. Diligence humility, and I like to beta test it when you are that far. Yeah, definitely. We can make something happen. But. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Okay. So that's the terrain procedural water. We have it cleaned up, I would say. Cleaned up enough. But then we have, yeah, so outlines apply, and outlines for texture. I want to rename this one. Outlines apply, outlines for texture. What the fuck? I think outlines And outlines and outlines for texture. These two are pretty much exactly the same, except for, let's see here, maybe outlines for texture has opaque and geometry. This one has opaque geometry too, so that's good. I think the only difference between these two are this one. So what we actually return. So we're gonna do a shader variant here as well. So we're just gonna have outlines shader. One of them is gonna return final color blend. Final color blend, we don't even use this one here. Yeah, one of them is gonna return these two. One sec, final outline, main text color. Ooh, camera opaque here. We definitely want to switch this to we want to use scene color here instead. But yeah, we're gonna merge this shader and this shader. In this one, this is gonna be one shader variant, and this is gonna be one. So let's see here, outlines. Header, output settings, test. Do we have this one? Test enable. What do we do with this one? Okay, but good. Output data. Output data, is that what I want to call it? No. Blend output with scene color. Okay, let's see here now. So this one. Camera opaque texture. If def and if, and we want to change this one to, oh fuck, what is it called? Terrain, procedural, water. Scene texture. If def, oops, and if. Can we do else? And if. And here we just return outlines for texture. Here we just return this one. Oh my god. Are we fucking serious? Okay, there we go. Yu Xiang Wu, sorry about the pronunciation. What time is it where you are? Right now it's 11:53. What is it? Yeah, almost midday. Okay, but this looks good. And then we have outlines, custom material here. We're gonna make this blend output with scene color no. And outlines texture generation here, we're gonna switch this one to outlines custom material. We don't get any change, that's good. This one outlines for texture, this one uses outlines. Okay, outlines for texture, let's delete this one. And outlines for texture, let's delete this one as well. Okay, great. Now we only have removed some files. That's good. Outlines apply here. What do we have? Outlines apply. Yeah, so we just we blit the outlines. Yeah, good. Okay, so this one we're still gonna need, but I'm okay with, or one sec. Could we bake this into outlines? Maybe not. Oh well, but the idea is that we're gonna take let's see. We're gonna take this one outlines settings, this render feature. We're gonna take, let's remove this one now. We're gonna take outlines texture generation, and we're gonna take outlines apply, and we're gonna bake all of these three into one render feature. Multiple passes, maybe. No, we don't need that. Okay, so that's gonna be very nice. And then this one, render scene color dependent objects. We're gonna remove this one. So this is a custom render feature I created when I was gonna render. I wanted to render objects that would blur outlines, for instance. Turns out I didn't think things through, because I don't think we need this one. We can only rely on the queue here. So the only thing we need to keep in mind is that create scene texture and the outlines renderer feature has executed before we render the water, for instance. But one thing though. Water, terrain procedural water. We might... Yeah, I don't know. We will see. Like, what I'm wondering is, can we render this water at the correct time in the pipeline and make it right to the depth texture without having a custom renderer feature? It's the rendering a transparent object and writing to the depth texture that is... I don't think it's possible, but maybe we can queue it a little bit differently. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to find out, but not today because I need to run. But great progress today. I'm very happy with the result, but I'm most happy with the fact that I'm not gonna work with some blur solution tomorrow. Gonna move on to hopefully funnier things or more enjoyable things. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and have a great rest of the day. Peace.